Hi, you're welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to make the trendy reversible Pinafore peplum top. Okay, so please, after watching, remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, so I know you're going to enjoy this. Sit tight and enjoy. So let's draft this basic bodice first for our Pinafore dress. So the neckline, the standard 3x3. Then the shoulder, I'll be using 7.5 inches for the shoulder. Then creating the shoulder slope. Okay, then my armhole. Okay, so though we don't really need all the informations here, but just watch carefully. Okay, and we just pick the one that'll be useful to us. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and mark the bust point, which is 10.5. Then from there you connect it with a straight ruler. Okay, then just creating my upper chest line. I'm just trying to work out the basic bodice. Then my waistline, which is 17 inches. Sorry, the camera didn't cover that place very well. 17 inches, that's just my waistline that I measured down there. Okay, so that's the chest line, that's the bust point, and the waistline. Okay, so now whatever your waist round is, you divide it by 8. Okay, so dividing my 31 inches by 8 will give me 3.75, which is 3/3. Ordinarily we would divide our waist round by 4. Okay, but for this Pinafore dress we're going to divide it by 8. Okay, so now back to the shoulder, I'm going to come in by 1 inch from the shoulder. Then that same place I mark on the shoulder, I will connect it to my waist round divided by 8. So at that point, that is where it is. Okay, so you can see the slanted line. Then I'll create the neckline. This 1.5 is for the back. Then I extended the neck width to 3.5. Okay, then the neck depth for the back is 1.5. Excuse me. Since I'll be using the same pattern for both front and back, so that's why I'm creating both neckline on it also. So I try to erase out the parts I'm not working with. So you can see actually we don't really need the armhole. Okay, so now this is the basic that we are working with today. So this Pinafore dress is going to come with a band. So I have to remove 2 inches for the band away from the basic bodice, because I'll cut the band separately. So you can either cut this off or you fold it in just the way I did mine. Okay, then for the neckline, I went ahead to create the front neckline. So I'll be using 3.5 for the neck depth, because I don't want it to be somehow poking the neck or disturbing my neck. So that's why I make it 3.5. So if 3 is okay, but you can use 3 or even 4. Okay, so I connect it to the same neck width with the back. So I have both neckline for front and back. Okay, so that is it with the basic pattern for now. So go ahead and cut it out. So I'm cutting the back first. As you can see, the center back is not open, it's on fold. Then I make sure I added 1/2 inch all around for joining allowance. Okay, so by the side and also at the waistline, I added joining allowance. So for the front now, you can see the center front is going to be open, so that's why I have joining allowance over there, so it's not closed. Okay, so both front and back is open. It's cut out actually. So the front pattern, you can see I have 2 pieces. is open at the center front. Then I went ahead to use the same pattern to cut out the other fabric too. Remember, altogether I'll have 4 pieces for the front, and the back also, that the center back is closed, I have 2 pieces for each fabric. So now cutting our peplum, my top length is 25 inches. So 25 inches minus 17, which is my waistline, is equal to 8 inches. So for this pinafore, we are going to be using exact 8 inches. But if you are going to be using lining, remember to add 2 inches in order to turn your lining. So altogether, you'll be cutting 10 inches if you'll be using a lining, an ordinary lining. But since this one is reversible, I'll be using 8 inches. Okay, so now for the radius, whatever our waist is, you divide it by 2. So my 31 waist is divided by 2, I have 15.5. So is this 15.5 that I'm going to divide by 6.28, which is the constant for cutting a circle. So altogether, my radius is going to be 2.5 inches. So I divided it by 2, my waist by 2, because I'm cutting a 720 degree centigrade. Sorry, flare, 720 degree flare. So if it's a full flare, I'm not dividing by 2. So I'm going to be joining 2 circles together, 2 full circles. So that's how I have to divide my waist. Okay, I hope you understand. So I will fold my fabric first into 2 like this. Okay, then fold it again. So I'll be folding into 4. Just like this. So that's how to cut a full circle. So you can see one edge is closed, the other part is open. Then measure the 10 inches. So I just added up, which is 10.5. Remember, 2.5 inch plus 5 inches, 2.5 inch plus 8 inches, so which is 10.5. So I have to measure this overall first, then I'll go ahead and measure the radius, which is 2.5 inches. I hope you understand. So now I'm just cutting out my full circle, which is 360 degree flare. So this is how it looks like. Then you cut it out carefully. Okay, so I went ahead and cut 2 of the green fabric, 2 pieces of the green fabric, and also the brown 2 pieces. Okay, so now I went ahead and fixing an iron and interfacing. So I only choose one particular fabric. I only choose the green to fix interfacing. But if you like, you can put interfacing on all of them, which will cause stay. You can put stay on all your flare. I just choose to put on a particular fabric. Okay, then we'll cut it open. Cut one side of each circle open, just as you see me doing so. Cut one side of it open so that I'll be able to join them and make it one whole circle. Okay, so I'm going to join these 2 together. I'll stitch it together, and that will give me a 720 degree flare. So this is it. This is our 720 degree. Then I'll do the same thing for the other fabric also. Open one side and join them together, right side to right side, in order to have a 720 degree flare also. Okay, so now we need to create this beautiful curve at the center front. So just create the curve with your free hand or with your curve ruler after joining this together. So just pick it up, the side that you know is going to fall at the center front. You just have to trim it just like so. Okay, then I use the first part to cut out the second also. You can see. Yes. So now picking the upper part. So I've joined both front and back together. That's each fabric, front and back together. Then you now place it on top each other just like this. Then join the neckline and also the sideways. Join it all around, half inch. Okay, so this is the upper bodice. The side and the neckline has been joined together. Then you go ahead and give it a notch throughout, especially the curved part, which is the neckline. Give it a notch. Okay, and after this we turn it out. We turn the right side out. Okay, so after then, this is what we have. Make sure you bring out all the sharp edges, especially on the neckline, and also remember to give it a good press so that everything can come out nicely. So for the length of the belt, you multiply your waist by 2 or 2.5 depending on how long you want it to be. You can see I cut out the 2 fabric. Then for the height of the belt, I measure 3 inches. You understand? 1 inch for joining allowance. Then we are left with 2 inches. Okay, so now we are fixing both the upper part and the peplum together. So you can see I've joined the peplum, and also this is the belt which I'm here to work on. Okay, so now the next step is to attach all this together. So I'll pick the belt and find the midpoint. Okay, so you can see I've notched the midpoint. Now I'll do the same thing to the second fabric. Remember, you can go ahead and put stay on your belt. Excuse me, you can go ahead and put stay on your belt. I mean interfacing, but it's optional. But you can see I choose not to put on mine, but I can put on yours, please. Then the peplum also, I went ahead to find the midpoint of it. So obviously I'll just use the part where I join these clothes together as my own midpoint. You can see there's a joining somewhere there, so I'm going to use that part as my midpoint for the peplum. Okay, then make sure you attach this thing fabric to fabric, as in the fabrics that look alike, same fabric to same fabric. Okay, then the brown part also attach it to the peplum. You can see, so all this thing is right side to right side. Okay, so I'm going to make sure they all have one meeting point, as in they align at the edge. And I went ahead and secure it with pin. Then another thing, please make sure you measure around your peplum. The flay, please make sure you measure it round, and be sure that you have the exact inches for your waist round. That one too is important before you go far, so that the peplum can sit properly on your waist. Make sure you measure around your peplum to be sure it's the same thing with your waist measurement. Okay, so this is it. Now go ahead and stitch with 0.5 inch. Then I've done that. You can see, then you turn it over. Okay, and also iron. If iron is available, you can iron it. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so now still working with the midpoint now on the peplum and the belt together. Locate the midpoint. Then you pick the upper part of the dress, the upper bodies. Locate the midpoint of your center back also. Locate the midpoint of the center back and place them together. Then see the way I fold in my belt. You fold in the belt on 1/2 inch just like this. If the iron is available, you can iron the 1/2 inch all around first so that it won't move. Then you insert the upper bodies inside. Insert it into the belt this way and secure it with a pin. This is what will help us to achieve the reversible purpose of this cloth, so that either way you change it, you can wear it and they all have clean finishing on both sides. You can see both front and back is clean. Then you fold this 1/2 inch all around till the belt. So I just make sure everything align properly. Then now fixing the front bodies also. You can see, I folded in the 1/2 inch and I secure with pin. So you are going to insert this and make sure you insert it where the peplum also stop at the center front. So you only insert it by 1/2 inch. Our journey allowance is 1/2 inch. Insert it inside by 1/2 inch. Just watch the video carefully, please. You will do the same thing to the other side also. And make sure it corresponds with the other side. Center front to center front should be on the same line. Center front of the bodies and center front of the peplum should be on the same line. Okay, so this is it. Then you go ahead and top stitch. You top stitch and remove the pin. So this is our reversible Pinafore peplum top. Okay, so my belt is not too long, as you can see. So you can make your belt 2.5 inches. Yeah, your waist round times 2 or 2.5 or 3. So this is what we have clean. So this is our finished work, our reversible peplum and Pinafore top. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Okay, so if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.